second. And we're recording. Lori, you can go ahead.
Awesome. Welcome to the call, you guys. I'm Lori Cole. I'm a coach. And what an honor to sit here. And of course, I've been coaching with Dee for about 3 years. So, but I've never done this before. So you guys, it's super exciting. We're just going to welcome the Slim Down Challenge people first of all. So if that's you, go ahead and use your chat feature. You'll see it at the bottom there, and just say hello and tell us where you're logging in from. We'd love to hear from you. The purpose of this call, we have two reasons why we do this. It's a really exciting call. The first is to celebrate our client success stories. So you're going to hear from several clients tonight. And then the second thing is we have some coaches tips lined up, and we're really excited because we're just kind of back to basics here. We're thinking about what it's going to take to get through the summer and how to stay on our own plan. So we're just going to think about what it looks like to be back to basics, and that's a great thing for all of us to do. I wanted to share a little bit of my story with you. I am a fitness instructor, and about 3 years ago, was just tired of gaining a little bit of weight at a time and was frustrated because I was working out hard and it wasn't seeing the results. I don't know if anybody can relate to that, but I was just so frustrated. And of course, I mean, I'm almost 50. So when I looked at that, I was like, you know, I'm not going down that way. I'm going to do something different. And so I contacted Dee, and we implemented the program. And I quickly saw how well it worked and jumped into coaching because I love to be around people and have relationships. It was just part of who I am. And the benefit I found from that, outside of holding myself accountable, has been just some wonderful relationships that I've met through coaching. So that's a little bit of my story. You know, I'm sure that some of you can relate to that. And the great thing about Optavia is whether you want to lose a lot or a little, or just have some accountability and structure put in place, we're that program for you. We're that vehicle. Our community is just stellar, and we have some pretty good momentum going right now, and I'm sure you've seen it on our page, and you're certainly going to hear from our coaches tonight about that. So we want to use the chat feature. We want you to tell us all the great things that are going on, and Dee and Larry and Meg are going to be looking at those awesome things. We're going to be commenting. So go ahead and tell us what's up and tell us what you're loving about Optavia and while we're talking about it. Pay close attention. I'm a middle school teacher, so I'm going to give you the teacher version here, but pay close attention to our coaches' tips because you just may be asked some questions later. Is that a hint or what? Did you get it? All right. So listen up as the coaches are talking. So without further ado, I want to go ahead and introduce two coaches on our team to you. We're really excited. Shauna and Frank, you guys have seen them on the page. They've lost, 150 pounds together, and they are just knocking it out, helping so many people. And that's the heartbeat of Optavia, and that's where we are, and that's what we want to do is just link our arms as wide as we can and just pull in as many people as we can to a healthy community. So Frank and Shauna have got a few great tips to share with you. And at this time, I'm going to turn it over to them. I'm not sure who's going to talk first, but they know, so I'll let them work that out. All right, we're ready, guys.
Okay.
Hey, Frank, I think you're muted.
Can you hear me now?
You just got muted again, Frank.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay, I'm not touching anything. Okay, my name is Frank, and I'm a health coach, and my coach is Shauna, my wife. And I want to talk briefly about back to basics, two important things: water and eating 6 times per day. Now, we all know the importance of water. Over half our body is made up of water, and we really should be eating or drinking about 8-ounce glasses of water per day, about 64 ounces per day. So just think of 8 times 8. And in addition to drinking that much water, so that it's good for our body, it helps create a phenomenon known as preloading. What preloading is, it tricks our stomach into thinking that it's full. So if you drink a significant amount of water before you eat, your stomach thinks it's full. As far as eating goes, most everybody's probably on some type of eating 6 times a day plan, whether it's 5 and 1 or 4 and 2 or some type of modification of those, right? Okay, so if you're like me, when I first came on board, my coach, Shauna, told me eat 6 times a day, 5 fuelings, 1 lean and green meal, and I said, okay. I didn't know why it worked. I didn't know how it worked. And really in the beginning, I didn't care. All I knew is that it took the weight off. But since I came on board, I've read the book, Habits of Health book, I've watched webinars, and I've learned, oh, this is why it works. Here's why it works. In a traditional Western American diet, we consume food that's number 1, unhealthy, high in fats, high in sugar, and highly processed. And when we eat that food, it causes our blood sugar to rise. When our blood sugar rises, our pancreas delivers a hormone called insulin that causes our blood sugar to drop. During that phase, the insulin allows some of that sugar to be used as fuel. The excess sugar is stored in our body in the form of fat. That fat gets accumulated around our waist, in our face, our arms, our thighs, some of our organs. That's a typical American diet. By eating 6 times per day, number 1, you're eating every 2 to 3 hours. You're telling your body, no need to store that food because more food is coming. But more importantly, our fuelings are nutrient dense, they're low glycemic, no additives, and they have some really good protein in it. Now, that's the term that threw me in the beginning, low glycemic. What does that mean? It means low in sugar. So when you're eating low glycemic diet, your body is maintaining the sugar. So you no longer have the dramatic rises in sugar. You no longer have the drops. You're even day after day, even blood sugars. Thereby, when you have the drop, your body's not saying, feed me. I want sugar. I want unhealthy food. You're maintaining. And then you enter a state called fat burn. That state of fat burn takes 3 to 4 days. So if you start your program on a Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, you're compliant. Friday night, you go out to eat, you have pizza, you have beer, you have cheesecake. Guess what? You just threw yourself out of fat burn. Now your body is saying, oh no, I got to start all over again. So you don't want to start all over again. Stay compliant 6 times a day, keep your blood sugar even. That's how it works in a nutshell. So now I want to take this opportunity to introduce my wife, my coach. She lost 87 pounds on this program. Shauna, take it away.
Hey, that was great, Frank. Thanks. I'm going to stay right along with the Lean and Green theme right now and let you guys know, if you're new, the Lean and Green is the most important part of your day, in my opinion. It's where you're learning to weigh and measure your food. It's setting you up for long-term success. That's where you're learning portion control, what looks good on your plate, what you should be eating, healthy vegetables that you can now eat unadulterated without all the sauces and gravies and things like that on them. So your Lean and Green is a real important part of your program. We all love the fuelings, but they're just a tool and a very small portion. That Lean and Green is what you're learning that's going to take you into the rest of your weight loss journey and into maintenance. So stay really tight with that and compliant with that part of your program. If you're going to eat out, plan ahead, because you'll be successful if you plan ahead. Look at where you're going to go eat, look at the dining out guide and have a plan when you walk through those doors, because if you don't, you're going to get that menu in front of you and, oh, it's all over, guys. So there's a vegetable conversion chart on the Eat Live Be Optavia page that will help you to measure your veggies on your scale along with your proteins when you measure your proteins, rather than trying to cram them in a cup. And for some of my clients, that's a whole lot easier. So you can look for that. You can also look for a PDF that is a checklist that will help you to kind of keep track of everything, because you're going to run out of that in your little spiral bound book at some point. So if it's not on page 1819 in the spiral bound book, don't eat it, because it's not on program for you. Be prepared for your calls with your coaches. That's one place that we all try to stay real accountable to. our clients with is if you're in our calendar, try to put us in your calendar so that, we can touch base once a week. That's such a phenomenal part of this program is the coaches that you have access to. Where else can you get that at no cost? And you can get, such valuable information and guidance. So lean into your coach and, just learn from them everything you can. And I know some of you are thinking about coaching. That's a phenomenal way to keep yourself accountable. So if that's crossed your mind or you've talked to your coach about it, get back with them and, find out what that's all about because it's a fabulous part of this program as well. The community is another component of our program. The Eat Live page is amazing. And, we are locked down. Nobody knows you're in there, but all of the people who are like-minded and in this journey with you. So stay connected there, guys. Come there every day. Encourage each other. Congratulate each other's successes. Welcome people when you see new people in the group. That's just such an amazing part of our program that you don't see elsewhere in other programs. And we're like a big family together. So, it holds us accountable. If you're in there every day, you're probably going to be accountable to your program. So, those are the things that we just kind of wanted to bring to the table tonight and share with you some things that we found really important in our journey. Thanks so much for listening.
Wasn't that great, you guys? Can you give them a shout out? What'd you take away from that? Blow up our chat. We want to see it. We want to know what you're learning, and I think they just did a great job. So thanks. Hey, we're going to move on to the second part of our call. I'm super excited about this part because I get to introduce some of my clients. So I first want to start with my power couple right now. I want to introduce John and Christy to you, and they just have tickled me. I've known them for 3 years. They contacted me earlier this year, and we're just ready to make some changes. I love their story, so I'm going to turn it over to them and let them share a little bit about their Optavia journey. And you guys, this is our first time on a call, like many of you, so just give them a warm welcome. So John and Christy, just unmute yourselves when you're ready and take it away.
Awesome.
Hi.
Hey, everybody. How are you?
Hi.
We've had a great experience, right? It's been awesome. I think maybe talk a little bit about where we were beforehand and then go from there. I think beforehand we were both in a pretty dark place health-wise, right? Both uncomfortable. I guess you could say uncomfortable in our own skin, right? Yeah. I mean, it was, I know for me, it was definitely a time where I felt like I got to the heaviest I ever was and was just not feeling healthy. Like what do you think?
Same with me. I was kind of like Lori, like I put on about 20 pounds over a year and a half, and I'm only 5'2", so that's a lot for me. And just nothing fit. I was feeling miserable and just nothing was working. And let's start Monday to try and eat right and exercise. And by Wednesday, Thursday, it was like, oh, forget it, So there was just nothing that was really working. And we were just getting more and more unhappy with ourselves.
Yeah, it was definitely a bit of the crazy cycle of, you'd keep doing the same thing over and over and getting the same result, which wasn't good. So yeah, definitely not in a great place. So we got, just like Lori said, we got to that place where we felt like we needed to do something different. And we saw one of Lori's other clients who had lost a tremendous amount of weight from a mutual friend, and was just amazed by that. And Christy brought it up actually, like, do you want to try this? And the thing I think that I love about it is it changed everything for us. As opposed to doing the same thing over and over, it put us in a different place. It gave us a plan. And I was talking to Lori about this. For me, it was like, if you think of business and franchises, right? There's a process, there's a system that you plug into that gives you a vision for an outcome and then actually gives you the ability to get that outcome. And that's really what it did for me. I mean, that's one of the things I love about it. Anything you want to add?
Yeah, no, it was just super easy. We needed something, and we needed something that would help us lose the weight quickly so that we didn't get discouraged, and then roll into more of a maintenance and, just healthy lifestyle, which we knew what that entailed. We just weren't doing it was our problem. So it's just super easy to follow the plan, and it works. So that was our biggest thing, is it works.
Yeah, early on, it was so exciting to watch the initial weight drop off, and then consistently, so long as we maintain consistency, it's been great. And with that, I've loved the fact that for work, I travel a good amount for work, and it's been great where I can take the Fuelings with me. I did learn a lesson though. If you take Fuelings with you on a trip, put them in a Ziploc. If you don't, they take your whole bag apart and the TSA stops you. Lesson number 1, kids. So, but yeah, so I bring them with me on trips, and it's made a big difference for me on my eating habits on trips. And then plugging in some gym time has made a big difference. And, for me, it's actually been a life change to the point where I'm actually going to run in my first 5K this weekend. So really changed my life a great deal. So I don't know. I mean, it's been a huge life change for us, and we see long-term change, not just we lose a little bit of weight now and then go back to our old habits. It's definitely a life change.
Right.
So, I mean, ultimately long-term is the thing I'm excited about.
Yeah. And I'm happy to get back to where I was, and shop in my own closet. That's so exciting.
Yeah.
Because it's free, and I have clothes now that didn't fit, and now they fit, and I have clothes that don't fit again because they're too big now. And some of these were clothes I never thought I'd put on again, and now they're too big. So that is great for me. I love that. So
Yeah.
I guess that's probably one of the biggest things for me, is just feeling good again, and just being back to where I'm happy with myself, and happy with, like I said, being able to fit into clothes, and not just being, unhappy with everything.
Yeah. I mean, you could probably just summarize it and say we went from kind of a hopeless state health-wise to a complete state of hope, right? Just a real brief, and I'll finish on this. Like, my blood pressure was slightly out of control when I first started, and really within the first few weeks, my blood pressure went to a place where it was very healthy, and my doctor did a blood test on me, and like triglycerides and like my cholesterol went down to completely healthy rates in just a few weeks. So just a tremendous life change for us. And, really it's filled us with hope. So I think
Thanks
that's
again
it.
to Lori.
Yeah. Thank you, Lori, for helping us. And that's it from us.
Thanks, you guys. Don't you want to go sit on their porch? Can you guys hear the chirping? I just want to go hang out with them, don't you?
Come on over.
Thanks, you guys. I appreciate it.
Sure.
Thank you.
So the next person I want to introduce is a friend of mine, and also a client and fellow coach. And I want to introduce my little, if you saw our Facebook Live, this is Whitney. And I'm going to let her tell you her story, because she has quite an amazing story. So Whitney, are you ready? Just go ahead and unmute and fire it up, girl.
Hey, Lori, thank you. Can you guys hear me? We good? Okay, awesome. So my name is Whitney Miller. I am a client and a coach. Before I started Optavia, I was about a 50, 60 pound overweight aerobic instructor. That's how I know Lori. We went through workshop together about 6 years ago. And I had a 3-year-old little boy, a 1-year-old little boy, and zero energy. And I wanted to disappear, like hide in my clothes. And it's really kind of hard to do that when you're standing on a stage in front of a bunch of people, supposed to have a lot of energy and 50, 60 pounds overweight. So I reached out to Lori. I joined Optavia. I've lost 56 pounds to date. And it's been ridiculously easy. I don't have to worry about food prep. It's so nice to me to go grab a bar, waffle a brownie, make a shake. It's so easy. And it works. It's consistent. It's predictable. I've got my notes here, guys. Hold on. Sorry. My energy is back. That's huge. I'm actually a decent aerobic instructor now. I feel like I fit where I'm at. I belong. I'm not like, who is that girl that thinks she's going to give me a good workout? And my confidence is back. The big thing for me is, and I put stars on it on my notes, is it's like I found myself and I didn't even realize how far gone I was, like how much I was missing until I got that extra weight off. I play with my children again. I enjoy shopping. Like, I'm excited to shop. And in my closet, out of my closet, I just want to go shopping because I'm happy again in my body and what I can wear. I love how easy it is. I love how predictable it is. And I adore this community. Like, I adore my coach. I adore my coach's coach. I've seen Dee 1,000 times, and I just love Dee, and I've never met her in person. And Shauna and Frank are like my cousins, and it's a big joke. And this community is just so supportive and so tight-knit. I never thought that I would feel this close to a bunch of strangers that, you know, just happen to be on the same program as me. So Optavia has completely changed my life, as cliche as it sounds. I'm excited to be a part of it, and I'm excited to share it. So that's all. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Whitney. That's so awesome. So what you hear is community, and you hear, I hope, and that you hear the love and you hear the structure, and that's what we're all about. It's just joining together. So the next client I want to introduce you to, I met just a few weeks ago, and I'm really excited to introduce her. Her name is Wilnese, and she's a family physician. So she comes at it from just a little bit different angle. She knows the medical part and just wanted to make some big changes with her own health. We're secretly hoping she's going to hop into coaching one day because we just adore her, and her journey's so beautiful. So Wilnese, just unmute yourself and hop in there, girl. Let's hear from you.
Can you hear me now? Okay, perfect. So I just wanted to let you know, before I started Optavia, I was thinking of ways that I wanted to lose weight because I'm finishing my residency right now. So last year I had actually tried to increase my running, but towards the beginning of the summer I hurt my foot, and so my plans for running were were no longer possible because it was extremely painful to walk for a few weeks. And then I saw a post on LinkedIn from Frank and talked to him briefly, and I was introduced to Shauna. And then I started Optavia. The thing I liked about it is I didn't have to think about most of my meals or plan too many meals in the day. So far, I've lost about 27 pounds, and I'm going to start my 3rd month now. And some differences that I've noticed is that I sometimes have to drive long distances, and I noticed that that doesn't tire me out as much as it did previously. I had to buy a new belt after my 1st month. Some of my coworkers, we don't see each other on a daily basis. We see each other at least once a month, and they've noticed. I've gone home to visit my parents, and they've noticed a change in my face. And for me, the whole process is just trying to learn which fuels I like best. So I like some of the suggestions I see in the Facebook group. I think this past week someone suggested maybe mixing half and half of 2 of the different shake flavors to see how I like that. And for me, I'm looking forward to, I'm going to be starting a new job and in the middle of July or early August. And so I'm looking forward to actually getting a new wardrobe because I'll have to get one now.
Thanks so much, Wilnese. How exciting, you guys. So through all of these people that I hear the stories, I hear hope. And I hear that Optavia has changed their life, and I think that is so true for me. Being a coach is only one piece of it, but it truly has changed, the direction, the trajectory in which our health is going. So at this time, we want to take just a second. We want to be really respectful of our time. We've got just a couple of minutes left, but we wanted to see if there are any, we want to have a question and answer time. So if you have any questions or a comment, can you just give us a wave? And Dee, will you help me moderate that a little bit? Okay, I've got lots of people here. All right, so do you have any questions or comments? Can you give us a wave? How about something good? How about a takeaway? Who's got a takeaway for our week?
We've got 5 minutes. It's going to be a long 5 minutes if nobody talks, because we'll just keep waiting. We've had so many good things, you guys. We're loving reading your comments. So share with us something about the challenge, something that you've that's been good for you. We'd love to celebrate. So
I think Emma has a question. She's on like the third or second page.
excellent. Let me find her. And Emma, if you can unmute yourself, that would be fine as well. Okay, I got you, Emma. Go ahead.
Okay, great. Well, I signed in. Hello, everyone. I signed in a little bit late, so I don't know if I was already past when I was supposed to. They said I was supposed to say something today. Is it later or today? For now, I am lost.
That will be during the coach call, Emma. So right after this client call, we'll go straight into the coach call. And then we'll introduce you for that part.
Yeah, so yeah.
Yeah, we're excited to hear from you.
That's a great question. Hey, Debbie Johnson, unmute yourself. I'd love to hear from you. I saw you give me a wave.
Thank you. I love something that John and Christy were saying about the that they had just kind of gotten to a place of like feeling helpless and hopeless. And some of my own clients have verbalized that same thing. And every single one of them just talk about how easy the program is and how simple it is. And it just makes my heart so full and happy to see, you know, them having such great success. And I love that John and Christy had that same success. So like, I believe in it, and I loved getting to see other people walking that out.
So great. I would love to hear from just one more person or two more people. Anybody else want to hop in? What are you loving about this summer, the Slim Down Challenge, if you're on for that, or what are you seeing? Lori, are you waving at us? Yeah. Go ahead and unmute, girl.
So I thought the timing of the summer Slim Down perfect, right? So that whole 30-day, 60-day, 90-day until we get into 4th of July has been really awesome. But some of the things I've been learning on the community and the website have been great. So, you know, as we all know, there's a lot of information to absorb. And when we first just come in, it's supposed to be really simple. Just do your 5-1. But some of the things that I've been learning on the chats and in the threads have been great. And some of those things that I took away, I kind of got a little stuck. It was just like, you know, 0.2 of a pound here, another 0.2. And one of the videos that was posted talked about how to maximize your fat burn. And if you really focus on those envelopes that you open up, whether it's a shake or a soup, that really is a best practice to try to get your fuel going. So I took a challenge myself for 2 days that I did 4 of my 5 of my 5s, 4 of the 5 were shakes. And man, did that just like turn the light on and make a difference. So just shout out to the community for showing some more information. And again, sometimes you hear it, but you can't absorb it. Your sponge is a little full at the time. So it's been really great. So I just wanted to say thanks for all of you who participate. I love looking at the Facebook on a regular basis, and I always find something to smile at, something to cheer on, and something to learn. So thank you.
Good job, Lori. Thank you so much. Hey, it's about time to transition to our coach celebration call. So we want to be super respectful of your time. And I'm not sure what the technology is going to look like, but I'm so grateful for Dee and Larry. Aren't you guys grateful for them? They really came in strong with that. I was a little nervous when they were like, yeah, you're going to host and we're going to change the technology platform. But I'm a teacher, so I should be used to that, right? Have fun. But we did it, you guys. So thanks for joining us. What a wonderful 30 minutes. We still want to hear from you. We love our community. We love the comments. We want to see all the great things that are going on out there. So just continue to tell us all the great things. And we're just really glad that we could just link arms and be together tonight. So thanks so much, you guys, for joining us.
Thank you, Lori. Thank you, Frank and Shauna, and all your guests. Everybody who's on, stay on. Even if you're a client, we are going to roll right now to our coach celebration call. And if you've ever been a little bit curious about what coaching looks like or what do we talk about, now's a good time to check us out. So we're just going to stay right on this call and keep the recording going. And my name is Dee Corchin. Really glad to be here on Monday, May 6th with my husband, Larry. And on the first Monday of every month, we get to celebrate all the growth and the people that we are helping as coaches, because that is our mission, is just help more and more people. So we're going to be recognizing a few coaches who will be sharing their stories and what they're excited about. But I wanted to share for our team, you guys, just some great information. Our team of coaches for the month of April, we helped more people than we've ever helped before as a team. So it really shows the power of when we link arms together, how many people that we can help. We had over 300 people, 300 active participants in our Summer Slim Down Challenge. So things are happening there. We had 17 new coaches join our team just in the month of April. So 17, welcome to every one of you. If this is one of your first calls, we're glad you're here. And we had 26 coaches who reached a new level, a new rank. And a new rank in our company means nothing more than you are helping more people get healthy, either by following our health program or building a business which helps more people get healthy. And that's the beauty of what we offer. Dr. A released his new Habits of Health 2.0 system that is available to coaches only. So hopefully you have ordered that. We'll be working together with that as a team. And if you're a client and you're interested in this new system, it would be a really great time to consider becoming a coach now. But we're going to recognize tonight, we had so many rank ups. We are going to recognize tonight, first, there are basically two groups of people. It will be senior coaches. So these are new coaches that came in and are now helping 5 people or more, their first rank or the rank that they came in at, if it's their first rank up. And also our first leadership rank, which is executive director, and anybody else who became higher than that. So we're going to start out. I'm real excited to introduce Lori Day. Lori's been coaching for just a short time on our team and has really done a great job just sharing the business and the program. And Lori, would love to hear your story about what you're experiencing so far with coaching.
Hi, thanks everybody. And Larry and Dee are the ones who brought me to this journey that I'm on that I've been loving. Larry and I, just a little bit of history, went back many decades. I won't say how many right now, but congratulations, by the way, Larry, on your big transition that was announced today. So that's awesome. But Larry and I worked together in financial services at Merrill Lynch many, many years ago. And my journey corporately was both in the corporate world and entrepreneurial. I had a stint in around 2007 where I started my own company, where I was a business consultant and an executive coach. So fast forward and ended up back in banking and went through an acquisition. And anybody who's on the call who's been through that before know that can be kind of a strenuous thing. So my role there took an end to that journey. And through that transition, there was a very, very difficult thing for my health. And as I started coming out of that, it was just perfect timing where Larry reached out and said, hello, Dee and I talked. And I looked at the business and I was so impressed with the integrity of the company, what it was focused on, which was really healthy. And for me, I had come to a point where I just didn't feel valuable anymore. And I started asking myself, so why was I valuable 30 pounds or 40 pounds ago and now I'm not? Why was my confidence different than it is right now? And I really started just trying to figure out, how do I get out of this place? And I went back to kind of the basic thing I feel like is in my DNA is helping others. And boy, did this program really fit right with that. So it's been a great learning journey. Thanks to all of you guys on the phone here and on the community board. It's been great. And what a privilege it is to walk with some of the clients that have come along and allowed me to be part of their journey. So it's been really great, and I look forward to seeing what happens next.
Thank you, Lori. It's been fun to watch your transformation, both physically and evolving into the business. So congratulations.
Thank you.
And next we're going to talk to Danny Rylander. Danny is a client of Allison Eman. Her coach could not be on tonight because she's moving her son home from college. But Danny, I saw you out there. If you will unmute yourself, we'd love to hear for a minute about your coaching journey. You've really had a huge growth this month.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, sorry, my phone keeps going in and out, so hopefully you guys will hear me. But yeah, I've gone up and down with my weight for years, and just finally got to the point about 50 pounds overweight, and was tired of always feeling sick and tired, and just thought, okay, I'll try one more thing. One more thing if my husband doesn't kill me. But anyway, so I started, and I told Allison I would try it for a month and see how I feel, if I like any of the products, if I noticed a difference. And the first week I lost 9 point something pounds, almost 10 pounds. And so I was like, okay, I'm going to do this. I knew there was something more that God had for me that I could share with people, and just help people get healthy. Everything I've tried, whether business or losing weight and being healthy, I kind of, you stop because of the accountability, or you just end up stop doing the same thing over and over, and your habits go back to your old ways. And so with this community, as others have said earlier, it's just been amazing and so exciting, to share with other people. And I just can't wait to see. I've lost a little over 40 pounds. So through this challenge, hoping to get back on, sticking with the 5 and 1, and just losing these last 10 pounds, and just helping others, and hope to be where Dee is one day. So.
Can you share, Danny, just for 30 seconds about what you did different this month? Because you changed a couple of things, and then you started doing a few things, and you started helping more people. So maybe there's a new coach watching. Can you share?
Yes, we actually talked to you, and you were just saying, post it out there, giving us some advice, posting a couple times a day. So I try to do that 3 times a day, and just following up with people. And then just recently I did the live video, like a lot of people have, but really just getting out there and talking and putting a before and after picture, and just really being active on social media has really helped. Allison and I, we both had like 3, 4, 5 calls, that pretty much within a day or two. I was doing 2 or 3 calls a day. As many of you know, some want to do it, some are not right now, or some trying to, figure out how to pay for it. But there's definitely lots of interest, and the live videos aren't too bad as well. I think I might be addicted. I'm trying to slow it down and only do the 2 that I already did this week. I think I'll wait till next week, or maybe
yeah, you're probably good. Congratulations. It really showed when you just started sharing more, people responded. So thank you for that, because you're helping more people. Thanks. We'll turn it over. Lisa Bloom, can you introduce your new senior coach?
Debbie Johnson is senior coach this past month. And Debbie and I met December 1st, which was a sad day for UGA fans. And Debbie was unfortunately rooting for the wrong team, but I still talked to her. And she became a coach. We introduced ourselves to each other, and I said, so what do you do? And she said, well, I'm a coach. I said, really? And so we got talking, and Debbie Debbie was interested in the program and the coaching opportunity, and we connected really, really well on a spiritual level and all other levels. And Debbie hopped on board the coaching train end of January 25th, I think was your date, Debbie, and has fully embraced it. And I've really watched Debbie grow and change, and she's got a huge social media presence, a beautiful, I'm inspired by her social media presence, and really excited to celebrate Debbie tonight in her rank up to senior coach.
Thank you, Lisa. I appreciate that. So I think it was January that I signed on, and I work with my husband in this dentist office, and my background's nursing. So I get the science part of it. That was never a challenge for me. And I'm always talking to people about wellness, and I love kind of leaning into that holistic health kind of slant. I think I fully expected to jump in and be a senior coach within really within the month, and kind of got humbled a little bit because at the end of that month I had one client, and but it was just a friend of mine, and I showed up and she said, "Will you be my health coach?" And like, sure, I'll, and so I had one coach. I mean, I had one client for a whole month, and so it was just a great way to kind of learn. But it was also, I think it was pretty good as far as humility for me. And then I had 3 other people just reach out, and ask me to step in with them. I love it. I absolutely love it. Lisa did mention my social media presence. I'm not afraid of social media. I've managed my husband's social media for his dental practice for a long time, and I've had some reasons and opportunities to do social media, so that doesn't frighten me at all. And kind of just maybe along the same line of like, I want to just say boldness instead of calling it arrogance, because it might be arrogance. I filled out a map when I had like 2 clients. I just filled it out and just like claimed that. And that's what I was telling Diane earlier in the week. I'm like, just fill out the map. Like, you just start just acting like, just start projecting and start claiming that. And I think that was a change of mindset for me. It's when I began to do that, and I really, really began to believe what was possible. Some challenges for me, I think, was my mindset, honestly. And I kind of just said that, but not listening to my clients enough, maybe. So as I began to listen to them more, and I think that was just really changed everything. Last week was kind of a huge week for me. I ended the month with 6 clients, and by the end of this month, I fully expect to have 12 or 13 at least, and maybe probably more. And at this point, I've always felt like I feel like I've got lots of coaches ready. And it's just allowing them to change their mindset and claim that as well. So because I'm friends with so many nurses, and I know some of you guys, Lauren, I know you are. For me, we have the science and we understand the body, and we do spend a lot of time with people. So we have the interpersonal skills usually. So I'm just like crazy excited for this. I'm actually talking to my husband because I think he should just step in with me. And so we can do this together. He's kind of at the end of his career, just not really ready to retire, but just an opportunity. There's my dog. So anyway, I really appreciate the opportunity. I love seeing and believing what's possible. I love seeing my clients believing that they can do this, and they are doing that. One client, I'm sorry about that.
Yeah, that's okay, Debbie. Thank you so much.
Has over 100 pounds to lose, and she's doing it. And I've known her a long time, and she's struggled with this. It's, to me, it's crazy that I say it all the time. I kind of post on my social media that I have many things in my life that I get to do, and this is one of them. So I get to do, and really, I believe it. I believe that, and I've helped myself. So I've lost 15 pounds, first of all. And now that I believe it, how good it is, I'm like, first I said my goal was 20 pounds. Forget that. I'm going for at least another 10 pounds. I want Thin Debbie back.
You'll definitely do that, Debbie. Thank you so much. And man, what you just really nailed it when you said when you started to mentally believe what what was possible, and you started mentally creating that. And I am going to be a senior coach. Fill out the map, the monthly action plan, just owning it. Now you're planning out your future, physically and with the business. Fantastic. So thank you for that. Shauna or Frank, not sure which one of you are going to introduce your new senior coach, Greg.
Hey, I'm so excited to introduce Greg. I just about cried when he went senior. This guy is probably one of the most teachable people that I know. He is accountable. He shows up at everything. And oh my gosh, he's so willing to get with Frank and learn from Frank. So Greg, I know you're on here somewhere. Unmute yourself and tell us a little bit about your journey.
Well, I am here. The program itself, I've not had any problems with as far as getting on it and doing what I'm supposed to do. The business end of it, I had a little bit of flounder, and I ran into my first client that I signed up. I was sailing, and the first month he shut down. And I was like, oh my gosh, now what am I going to do? And Shauna said, well, there's one sure cure for that. Get some more. So, that's what I've done. followed Frank's lead. He's been great. I had to grow a little bit through people ignoring my responses and they, not taking that personal. But basically, I've gotten bolder and bolder just, watching Frank. It's easy to tell somebody how to do stuff, but it's another thing when you can watch them walk the walk. All right, I didn't even get this tore up before. Anyway, and the best thing I can tell a new coach is just follow your coach, be consistent. Every day, you got to do. This is not it's not hard to get into. It's not hard to get started, but it's work every day. You've got to stay with it. And if you're not going to do that, then don't even start. But if you are, then, get in there and do what you're supposed to do what you know to do what the people are leading you to do, and it'll work. And, when I got into that mindset with, Frank helped me a lot. But when I finally got in that mindset, what I had to do, and I think the other thing is, you're giving people hope, so you have to speak from the heart. That's when they listen. When you're just throwing stuff at them, they don't really listen. But when you speak from the heart, they listen.
Thank you, Greg. Thank you. I don't think there's a dry eye right now. So thank you for sharing with your heart. And I think, your own personal journey has been incredible. Just watching you melt away, was it 70 something pounds? But the way you just got emotional about what it feels like to help somebody else, there's nothing like it. So thank you. And thank you for being coachable and being consistent. And, you're changing lives. So just keep doing what you're doing. Thank you so much.
Yes, this has been an awesome journey.
Yeah, good. We're glad you're part of our team. All right, we get to move on. We're going to first recognize Beth Bilton. Go ahead and take this opportunity. Beth is a coach on our team and executive director, has recently started coaching coaches and has her first leader, her first executive director on her team. But Beth, I just want to turn it over to you, maybe just to share for a minute about your experience now growing as a business leader, and then if you could also introduce Lonnie to us.
Sure. Thank you so much. And Greg, I've got a lump in my throat, so I hope I can talk. That was very, very inspiring. So thank you. So I've been a coach for about 3 years also. And for me, getting out of your comfort zone really makes a difference. Personal growth and development, doing Facebook Lives, that's where the growth happens. So you have to realize if it makes you uncomfortable, then you got to do it. And consistency is key. So like Danny was saying, yeah, you got to, post every day, be consistent, and people are watching. I get calls all the time from people who are like, or I see people, friends of mine are like, oh, I just love your recipes, or I just love your inspirational posts, or I love your transformation stories. So they're out there watching. I never comment or anything on them, but people are watching. So just keep doing what you're doing, and people will notice. One thing that I found, I've had disappointments over these past 3 years, of course. And one thing that I would like to share is try really hard not to compare your journey to other people's journey. I know we say that for our clients, but it's also true for coaches too. So just try to remember that, because like I said, I've been coaching for 3 years, and I've wanted to quit several times, but awesome. Dee's just awesome, and she's encouraged me, and Susan Palace also have been there for me. So thank you both very much. And the last thing I just wanted to say is we have the best training available to our coaches. When I started 3 years ago, we didn't really have a whole lot going on. We didn't have these awesome coach team calls that we have. The company calls we didn't have. We had the Monday night call for 30 minutes. But that was basically it. And now we've got the learning center, the Zoom calls. We've got the great calls after Dr. A's, and convention is coming up. So I encourage you to attend convention if at all possible. You will learn so much. I think there's 9,000 people registered so far, he said, Dr. A said. That's amazing. I think we had 6,000 last year, and that was amazing. So 9,000, I think they want 12,000 people there. So if you can go at all, I highly encourage you to go. So those are my few tips, and I just want to introduce Lonnie. We met through a mutual friend. Lonnie lives in New York, and Lonnie's coming to convention, and I can't wait to actually meet her in person. So that's going to be fun. Lonnie has such a big, caring heart. She's reached out to her, people from her church and her community, and just really has embraced Optavia and embraced coaching, and has just done a fantastic job. And I've actually learned so much from her. She's helped us set up, different Facebook Messenger groups, and she's just been awesome. So I'll let her share on that. So welcome, Miss New Executive Director Lonnie.
Well, thank you, Beth. I really enjoyed being under you and being part of the team. I know Beth had worked on me for months to try to become a coach, and I just didn't feel like I was qualified and could do the job. So I finally signed up in December, became a coach in December, became a senior coach that very first month, which I was excited, and worked my way up, and I'm just loving, enjoying sharing with people, telling people what this program has done for me. It started with, back when one of my friends asked me what I was doing, and I wasn't ready to be a coach, and so I sent her to Beth, and yet over the internet, be able to keep contact with her and see how she was doing, and it motivated me to stay on my journey and to continue doing my journey. And then when it got to the point where I was ready to become a coach and wanted my family to get healthy, I have a son, a daughter. I have 2 sisters that have all gotten on the program with me, and my mom. So, we're all getting healthy together, and it's been really a lot of fun. I think some of the things that, just, being active on Facebook, sharing, you never know, like Beth said, you never know who's watching your posts. There's people that have called me and said, Lonnie, we've seen your posts. We're ready to go. We don't even know what it's about, but we're ready to start. So that's exciting, because when you think you're not making any headway out there, but yet people are watching, and just keeping in touch with people, having a heart and listening to their story and seeing what you can do to help them, is probably my best tip. And I just can't wait to see where I'm going to go from here. I never dreamed I'd even be at ED at this point. And so it's just exciting as I fill out my map each month and seeing it grow, and hopefully be able to be on 2 pages pretty soon of my map. So I'm looking forward to what the journey holds for me. Thanks, Beth.
All right. Well, thank you. Congratulations, Lonnie, for Executive Director, and Beth for Regional Director. Real proud of you guys, and how many you're helping. And I did want to do a notable mention for Zena Friedman, who has her 3rd month as FIBIC, which is a fully integrated business coach. So she is officially a FIBIC. So congratulations on that. And I want to turn it over to Lauren Humans, and you can share about your team. You got quite a few rank ups this month.
Yeah, thanks, guys. I'm so excited to hear from all of my team tonight. I feel so blessed to get to work with all of you guys. You're so amazing. And so I'm going to start with Shelly. So Shelly had her first full month as a coach in April, and she went all the way to associate director. And I think she added, it was 8 or 9 clients in April. And she has a huge sphere of influence. She's a hairdresser. She's a personal trainer. She has some nutrition background. She is an elder's wife in their church. She's a lover of people and a dreamer. And she's just been so integrated. She's been plugging in on all the team calls and doing training herself. And anyway, I'm so excited to hear from you, Shelly, if you can unmute yourself and share.
Okay, can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Okay, I'm trying. I'm not used to this. Is the video on? Can you see me and hear me? Or just hear me?
We can just hear you, but that's okay. You take it away.
Excellent. Great. I was like, I'm so terrible with this Zoom thing. Anyway, thank you so much, Lauren. I'm really, really close with Lauren's sister-in-law and brother-in-law. Okay, wait, start my video. Okay, I think I clicked it. Anyway, yeah, so that's how we met, was at their wedding a year ago, and we became friends on Facebook, and I just started watching her and seeing her success, and reached out a couple times and checked out the website. I am a hairdresser. I own my own studio. I'm independent. It's just me in my studio. I was a director of a company for 14 years, of a large hair company. And so I love inspiring people, and I love just being with people in general and helping them. That's what I've done for 31 years now. And I've been a personal trainer for 5 and a fitness nutrition specialist, and just looking for what was the link that I was missing. I got my certified personal trainer's license actually because I felt like there were so many women over 40 that were just really throwing in the towel and settling. And I just saw them not happy and settling. I guess that's the best way to put it. And so that was the first step in my journey of trying to help people, and really in particular at that time, women. And that was good, but still just missing, there's a hole there. So when Lauren and I synced up and did my health assessment, at that time, I just wanted to lose 15 pounds because I felt like that was actually what I could do. I at the time had just been lifting a lot of weights, and so I thought that feels safe. And I actually turned 50 in a couple weeks from now, and I just wanted to lose 15 pounds by my birthday. And this was in November, and so I actually I'm actually 5 ounces away from 30 pounds, and that's been really super exciting. And so just about a month and a couple weeks ago, one of my clients had actually signed up and found a coach online to do Optavia, and it made me realize, what am I doing? I have this huge platform with my clients and just all these different relationships and women that I know and people that I know. This could be the answer. And that's actually what my husband said. He said, I think you found your answer of what you've been looking for to be able to help people. And I think the things that have helped me the most are, one, the website, just really digging in and going into the education. There's so much education in the Optavia website, and just really digging in layer after layer and asking questions when I have questions. And then just being happy, the energy piece that you guys talked about a couple weeks ago, just really loving it and believing in it myself, and being happy about it. I think that has made all the difference, because people see that I'm not miserable, or I'm not just grinding through with my health and nutrition and discussing about healthy habits, but not doing it myself, but actually doing it as well, has made just a very large impact and a ripple. So that would be my one thing that I feel like I've learned. And the piece of advice I would share is where you're at with it, and your acceptance and excitement, and you growing and changing really motivates and inspires other people. So I'm really grateful. I'm super excited. I have big goals and dreams, and just want to keep making a difference and loving people to their happiness. That's it. Thank you.
Thanks, Shelly. I love your heart so much, and I'm so excited to get to work alongside you. And next, I want to share about Kelsey Grabiak. Kelsey, it was also her first full month in April as a coach, and she became a manager. And she also has a great extensive background. She's a personal trainer, a physical therapist. And it was so funny because she reached out to me, and right from the get-go, she was like, I'm going to sign up as a client and a coach. I'm ready. She signed up as a coach 2 weeks after, and has just been killing it, and has incredible energy and love for people. So really excited to hear from you, Kelsey, if you want to unmute.
Hi guys, can everyone hear me? We're good. Okay. I'm Kelsey. I met Lauren, gosh, we were both in my cousin's wedding. I literally have only met Lauren like one full weekend, and we just like totally like hit it off, just had a really fun time. I feel like this wedding had like 1,000 bridesmaids in it. So it was easy to get lost in that bridal party, but we just really connected and we became friends on Facebook, and I have just watched her journey this whole way through. And like Lauren said, like I'm also a personal trainer. I was working and running like super crazy high intensity boot camps, like 30-minute boot camps, average 500 to 600 calories lost in 30 minutes. Just crazy classes. And when I was there, like they offered crazy meal plans and all this. And all I could think was, gosh, I just want to start on this program. I want to start on this program. But working there, I couldn't do any other program but what they offered. And so I felt like I was a little bit stuck. And so I ended up quitting that place. And once I moved into my new house and a new job, I ended up like quitting that place. And I was like, forget this. And I literally, that next move, I looked on Facebook and one of Lauren's transformation posts was right there. And I was like, this is a sign, God, got it. So then I messaged Lauren, and like she said, and the rest is history. I just have so loved it. And I told Lauren, like, I want to just do it, experience myself first. I know I want to coach. That's definitely in my future. There's no doubt about it, because coaching is just my nature, but I want to experience it first. And I have journaled my whole experience. Every day I take 20 minutes and I journal how I feel, what I've ate, what I liked, what I didn't like, maybe something I combined with it, just everything. And I think that has helped me as a coach when I'm like relating with my clients, or I can look back like, oh, day 7, this is exactly how I felt. So that's been really fun and really cool. And then after just a couple of days, I was like, Lauren, this is amazing. I have to share this with the world. Like, I want to start now. I have to share this with the world. I can think of 1,000 people that need to hear this and need to start this. So that's just been really fun. And she's been super encouraging to me as a coach and doing different things. I am very personable and very one-on-one, or even to a whole crowd. I can get up on a microphone and speak to tens of thousands of people and have no problem. But sometimes like approaching people on social media and doing that kind of stuff is harder for me. I'd rather people approach me. So I have stepped out of my comfort zone, and Lauren's encouraged me to do that and just use all of my social media. So I have Facebook, Snapchat, and Instagram. And it's been really cool, the different types of clientele that I do reach from all 3 types of social media. For me, the hardest thing for me though is I do physical therapy, and I work roughly 50 hours a week with that. So, and I just got a new puppy. So if you happen to see me on and off with her, this whole hour is really hard. And so it's just been managing and balancing like all the work, and like coming home from work and still needing to do this as work, but wanting to do it. And that's been the nice thing. It's not just been a need, it's definitely a want. So there's a difference when you want to do something that you're working than you're having to. So that is a brief little story about me, and I'm super encouraged. I'm even more encouraged since Thursday. I've had the flu. I have been so under the weather and have not been able to keep anything down. And I got back to work today, and my boss like didn't speak a word to me and was pissed that I took a day off of work. And I am more encouraged now to like make this like my number one like financial freedom and my way out of this job that I do absolutely love. And I would love to go back to pediatrics because that's my heart. Just not enough money, and just do that part-time. But yeah, I was just appalled that my boss did that today. And I was like, I need to work harder because I need to get out of here and I need to make this my priority. So I'm super encouraged right now with that.
Thanks, Kelsey. And I know that you can do that. I fully believe that you are on the track for that. And I just love your passion and your heart. And then Lisa Butler was going to be on. She's Mary Lauren's coach, but she wasn't able to last minute. She became a senior coach last month. She's a hairdresser. She's down 50 pounds. I got to hear her share at an event last weekend. And she said she's going to share when she hits her next goal, which hopefully will happen this month as ED. So excited to hear from her. And then Evelyn Baugh also was going to try to be on, but she wasn't able to, also hit senior coach. And that's one of Matilda's coaches. And Matilda's not able to be on tonight because she just graduated and is with family at the airport. But I want to introduce Emma for her. So Emma Borden, I just got to meet her this weekend, and her energy, I mean, she's just stunning. She's like a model. Her energy is like incredible. I love her heart for people. It's so evident. She's already brought on coaches. She is on fire. And she hit manager last month, and she's down 50 pounds. And she's looking and feeling amazing. So I can't wait to hear from you, Emma. Go ahead and take yourself off mute. Dee, I'm not sure. She might need help. There she goes. Perfect.
There you go. Hello, everyone, again. Good to meet you all. And I met Dee and Lauren last weekend. It was so awesome. We had a great time just making the event an Octavia event. I'm very, very, very happy I found this program. Just like a couple of people shared earlier, just getting older and your energy slumming down and life just taking a toll on you. It's hard to lose weight. I usually try to exercise, do things, but recently I had additional stress with my family and my husband, like had some medical issues. So it was just terrible. I could not get a hang of it. So my childhood friend told her, I saw her, that we've always gone through this together. She'll be we lose together, we'll try to find things that work. We've done all kind of yo-yo diets together. So it was like, I didn't know there was anything else left. So when I saw her, she started losing. I'm like, what is going on? What are you doing? So she was so open with it. And I'm like, well, one more thing will hurt. I'll try it. Like someone said, if you're doing it, I'm doing it. So I tried it. And when I started, I wasn't really giving it my all. I still did not believe in it. I really didn't think it's going to work. But first month, I lost 10 pounds. And I'm like, I know how difficult, how many years it's taken me to try to lose 1 pound and keep it. And it won't happen. I lost 1 today, I gained 3 next week. So it's just terrible. Now I lost 10 pounds in 1 month. I felt good. My energy was great. I just feel it's just like a load has been taken off me. I just thought it was so amazing. So I said, yeah, this I will do. So I just started doing it, and I'm down 50 pounds in 4 or 5 months, and I'm still on top of the world. So yes, I started coaching. I said, why not? I know a lot of people. I'm kind of like most people. I know a lot of people that I could just tell them about this program. Because I see people, and I always wanted help. I always wanted to be my best. So I see people, I just think everybody wants their best. Some people are shy about it. People don't want to talk about it, but this is real. This is help. It is out there. So I just encourage people when they ask me about what are you doing this thing, especially now that I lost weight, it's easy for me to even talk to them. I just walk around there like, oh my, what are you doing? So this month, what really helped me with my sales or getting more clients is they just see the weight, they just see the difference, and they're like, oh, what are you doing differently? I said, this health program that will help you transition and keep it up. So there are a lot of people are signing up, and a lot of people are still trying to look into it. And I'm like, okay, just take your time. But if you have any questions, call me and we'll talk about it. And I'll see if I can answer it or find some answers for you. But we have a whole community of people. So when we took the pictures last weekend, I really like young people. I'm like, oh, you got a community of people changing their lives and doing better. So I'm very excited about this program. I mean, business side of it, I really want to get into it. I'm just frustrated that they don't have anything, they don't ship overseas yet. So most of the clients I talk to that are overseas, they want it. I'm from Cameroon originally, so I have a lot of people in Europe that want it, but I'm like, we don't have that market open right now. So as soon as we get it open, I guess my business will go up. I'm looking forward to, get some financial benefits out of it. So yes, I've tried different businesses and I like this one. No overhead. You order, you send it to them, and you know, I like it.
Thanks,
Customer service
Emma.
are really good. Yes, yes. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks so much for sharing. And you know what?
Really, thank you, Lauren. Thank you, Dee, for being part of my team and helping me, encouraging me. All those things you post, I see them and encourage me. And I was talking to Lauren, and she just shared this something I missed last Monday about Facebook Live and all that stuff. I'm really trying to challenge myself and start doing some posts because I know a lot of people they follow me, but I don't do live. But they follow my journey. They don't respond. So maybe I need to break out of my fears and start doing something more. I'm working on it.
Yeah, we'll do it, Emma. I'll help you with that. And and I believe we'll be in Africa soon. And then
Europe?
And Europe. I believe we will be. We're in Asia. We'll be there soon. And then Victorine is the last person on my team I want to introduce. So she hit a senior coach in her I believe it was her first full month of coaching. And she's also Matilda's coach. And I haven't gotten to meet you in person yet, but I'm so excited to hear from you tonight. So Victorine, take it away.
Of this team. So I was introduced into this program by Matilda. I'm somebody who loves food so much and I want to keep in shape, which is very, very difficult. Are you guys getting me? Okay.
Yes, we hear you.
Okay. So the first 2 months, I tried. The first month, I lost 10 pounds. 2 months, I had 18 pounds. So I just took it for granted. I'm like, okay. I just started cheating. This month, I've lost the whole of my 3rd month, I think I lost like 2 pounds. So the next month, I adjusted. I did not know anything about coaching, but I had one of my friends with me for a whole day. He saw me eating and drinking, and he asked me what was it that I was eating. I told him about the program, and he is really overweight. So he got interested. He joined the program. The first week, he lost 12 pounds. He was so excited. And then I got so excited too. The first 3 weeks, I think he was down 18 pounds. I got so excited. So now I started talking to other people. So sometimes I have some challenges. My hands are full. I'm working. My hands are full. So sometimes to even register people, I have a problem, but I call Matilda. So she helps me most of the time to register some of the clients and talk to them on my behalf. But I'm catching up. I'm trying to get things in order. And I realized that since I started sticking on the plan, things have been better. And that's what I've been coaching my clients. I've been advising them to stick to the plan because it works. So I'm down 30 pounds. I started in November. So
that's amazing. I love hearing that. And it's so true. When we're sticking to plan, it's going to translate through your business. So thank you for sharing, Victorine. And I'm going to turn it over to Meg.
Yes, thank you, Lauren. So exciting to see all of these rank ups tonight. We have 2 more for you tonight. Really excited. Thank you for staying on and celebrating these incredible coaches. And Kristen, will you get us started with our finale? Will you introduce Priscilla to us?
Yes, I think she's still on here because her internet was going in and out. She is. So I'm excited to introduce Priscilla. She is my mother-in-law. It's just been a real exciting journey. She told me basically she would never coach, and she started losing weight. And I just kind of kept talking about coaching with her, and she finally just said yes. And now she's hit senior coach, I think even manager, last month. And so that's super exciting. So Priscilla, if you will unmute yourself and just kind of tell us, what you've learned so far and maybe some challenges along the way and just what you're excited about. I know we're running short on time, but I'd love to hear from you.
Can you all hear me?
Yeah.
Because my internet's really bad. Okay, thanks. Well, I love this program. Kristen's right. It took me 5 months of watching her lose weight to finally say, okay, yes, I'm going to try this program. And then it took 7 more months for me to say, yes, I'm going to try coaching. So that's my biggest tip to everyone, is to realize that not everybody jumps in feet first right away. Some people, it takes a while. Proof of that. I'm also proof that the program works. I've lost 96 pounds. I love being on the Facebook page. I love this community. My internet connection keeps telling me I'm to lose weight. They struggle. And this is the most successful I've ever been. I literally have never been as heavy as I was when I started this program, and I had given up hope. I was just like, I kept watching it go up, 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 and thought it would never come back down. And I told Kristen I would try 1 month, and then I tried 2 and 3 and 4, and I kept going, and I know it works. So I just share that with everybody I know, and people can see the difference in me. You know, I've gone into stores and you know, that I've shopped at regularly, but I hadn't been there for a while, and they were, because I was trying not to buy too many clothes because I knew I was going to keep going down, and those people were like shocked to see me. So you know, I'm a helper, I'm a people person, I'm a speech therapist first, so that's what I do, is help people. So I love being able to do that on this program. You know, and I just keep trying, and just realizing that a lot of the people that I talk to, you know, aren't going to say yes right away. They're going to take as long or longer than I did, but I'm hoping that they way to go. And you know, the fact that I can see Dee and Meg keep their weight off for so long, post on the Facebook pages, and it's kind of fun on here to be able to get to see and hear everybody in person, and not just in the messages on the Facebook page. So yeah, I'm going to keep trying. You know, every single time I call them, everybody has lost weight. Everybody keeps losing lots of weight. To see where they're going to keep going, and glad to see that everybody's jumping on board. So
awesome.
Glad I could be here.
Awesome. Thank you for sharing, Priscilla. We are so excited and so glad to celebrate you tonight. Thanks for powering through with your internet connection. It's really great to celebrate you. And congrats on losing 96 pounds. That is incredible. And you'll hit 100 soon. I just know it. So that's awesome. Okay, so we are going to head into our finale celebration tonight. We are going to be celebrating Lindsay Lee, who is our newest executive director. And I am so excited for Lindsay. She has had such a shift. She has been a coach for a little over a year, and we didn't know a couple of months ago if she would renew for her second year. But she has just really dove into coaching. She has been really coachable. She's done things that have surprised her and me, and she is just knocking it out of the park and helping so many people. And Lindsay, I am so excited and just in awe of you and all you've accomplished, and really excited to celebrate you tonight. Would you take it away?
Oh my gosh. Thanks, Meg. So I did almost turn my coach kit back in. And then Meg's like, are you sure you don't want to just try it a little bit longer? And then if you don't want to keep doing it, you don't have to. And so I'm glad that I did. I'm a chief nursing officer in a hospital in New Hampshire. And so that keeps me pretty busy, and I just didn't think I had the time. But the more I started doing, the more people I started helping, it was just really inspiring, and it was fun. And so now I hit executive director, which is really exciting. I'm helping 20 people. I have a coach now this month who's helping 4, and it's just been really crazy. So I think just being vulnerable and being open enough to share my story and do things that scare me really helped get me there. And I'm having so much fun. So thank you, Meg, for pushing me. And yeah.
Awesome. Thanks for sharing, Liz. It's so exciting to just fun to see your face and to celebrate you here. So what a great way to end an incredible night for the client call and the coach call. Thanks to everybody who was a part of it. Dee, do you want to wrap us up?
Yeah, I will. So thank you guys. Thank you for hanging. I know it's been a long night. We started at 7 and this call ran late, but thank you for being respectful to our teammates. We're so excited, and I know that we will all do it for each other. Congratulations to every single person that ranked up this month, even if you didn't get to speak. Congratulations, even if you helped just one person this month. You are making a difference, and we appreciate and love every one of you on our team. Dr. A's call is recorded, so I apologize that we did take you away from that. Catch the replay with Dr. A, and at 8:30, so you get a little chance to run to the bathroom and come back to your computer. 8:30 is the extraordinary training we are getting from our top leaders, and then an accountability call from Dan Bell after that. So a night full of fun. Thank you, Lori and team, for hosting our first coach call. And just as you guys know, going forward, these monthly calls, we're real excited that we're going to have our executive directors be responsible for those calls. So a great opportunity for you to step into the spotlight. So thank you guys. Have a great night, and congratulations to everyone.